Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the show. We're actually gonna get a little bit personal again today. We don't do that very often here, but I want you guys to know me as well as I would like to get to know all of you guys. But apart from the ones that I pretty much begged to come here, I don't really have a way to do that as of right now. And also, sorry to blow the illusion, that's my bed. So now you know exactly where I shoot all my videos. In my bedroom. What a surprise. But today we're gonna do a little something different than I usually do. I'm going to tell you guys a story. The story of why I did not join the Marine Corps. I'm not going to be editing this video. I'm not even going to put an outro on it. I might put like a song over it in the background. But I'm just going to talk to you guys and tell you how I feel about this thing in particular. So I always felt like I had to join the military at some point because my father served in the Marine Corps, his father served in the Army, and his father served in the Navy. I felt like it was then my responsibility to keep that going. I never really felt autonomous about it. I just felt like it was etched in stone. That's what I had to do. And I was going to join the Air Force, to complete it with the 4 branches that actually matter. But I just never knew if that was what I wanted. I guess I'd convinced myself that I wanted it. I'd said it often enough, and I've said it loud enough to myself, because I sit here and I scream at myself, hi. But I eventually started to believe it because it was like, well, this is how I've been feeling all this time. Obviously, this is what I want to do. So the day came that I decided I didn't want to be in the Air Force. I wanted to be in either the Navy or the Marine Corps because personally, at least in my opinion, those are just better branches. So the Navy and the Marines sent me a little thing like, hey, fill this out and send it back if you want information. And I was like, okay, I would like some information, so I sent it back. I sent both of them back, actually. I wish I could stop fidgeting. The shirt's just really uncomfortable. It's National Guard, by the way. So, do with that what you will. So I filled out the cards, I sent them back, and the next day, like maybe 2 to 3 days later, not the very next day, I had a recruiter at my house. I'm not going to tell you his name, but he was very intimidating. He's the same height as me, though, so it was a little weird. But he's bald. He's got gray eyes, like stone gray eyes. So I felt like no matter what, this man, what he says goes. At least that's how I felt about it. And he asked me, it's like, hey, are you interested in joining the Marine Corps? And I was like, yeah, I am. I told my dad about it. He was really excited. And then we went through all the motions, and it only took about 48 hours between that day and me signing into the delayed entry program. And if you don't know what the delayed entry program is, I don't blame you. It's not really something that comes up all that often. But what it is up to 410 days before you're supposed to ship out is how long you can be in the delayed entry program. They typically go for it with high school seniors. Like if you sign between your junior and senior year, then you'd be in it for that year, and then you'd ship out that summer after you graduate. And that's what I was in. I spent my entire senior year in it. And I screwed up. I didn't have a backup plan as much as I would like to have. I still filled out my federal student aid. My student financial aid is what I meant to say. I still applied to colleges because I knew I'm not an idiot. I knew that I needed to do that. But even now I'm kind of in a place where it's like I don't know exactly where I'm gonna go. But I have faith. I am a Christian. I'm just not overly spiritual. I'm not hooting and hollering about how our world is Satan's simulation. But moving on, I spent all this time convinced of what I was gonna do. And I never really stopped to question, is this what I want? And time passed and more time passed, and then I graduated high school, and I decided no, it wasn't. And I went through so much physical training. Every week, twice a week, I would go with the Marines and we would all work out the way that we would in boot camp so that we'd get a feel for it and get in shape. And that's those results. Ooh. Anyway, and it's not that I was like intimidated or anything by the physical challenge that it demanded that it would be. I just didn't think that that's what I needed to do, and even if I do decide that I do want to join the military at a later date, like maybe after a year or so, I still can. I still have that option. I wouldn't be joining the Marine Corps, that's for sure. I'd probably be joining the Navy or the Air Force, because I'm very school-centric right now. I know that no matter where I go, I want to go back to school. I want to pursue film. I want to make movies. That's what it's all about for me right now. And if I decide that joining the Air Force or the Navy is the best way to do that, then I'll still do that. But right now, I just want to take time and make sure that that was an actual decision that I wanted to make for myself and not to make other people happy. So I guess if there was supposed to be a moral to the story, it's follow what you want, follow your heart. Don't live your life trying to please others, because you'll rarely be able to. And that goes for anything, you know. At work, don't pretend to be somebody that you're not. At school, don't pretend to be somebody that you're not. People should be able to accept you for who you are, and if they don't, then you don't need to waste your time with them. I just turned into like the 700 Club or something. But I don't really know if I have too much more to say, but here's what I'll say about the Marine Corps from an I almost went in point of view. If you don't care about the physical challenge, like if you feel like you can pull that off and you think that it'll strengthen you as a person, as a leader, as a subordinate, things like that, I say you should go for it. It's not a bad institution. It's actually a very positive thing for many people. It would be a very positive thing for me if I decided to still do that. I could, I just don't know right now. I'm gonna take some time to myself, figure that out. That's what I'm doing right now. That's actually why I started doing this show, because I wanted to get to know myself somewhat, and I feel like if I just talk on camera long enough, then the answer will fall out of the sky. No, but that comes from audience interaction, you know. It comes from the likes and the comments that you leave. It gives me validation. It lets me know that what I'm doing, at least for right now, kind of works. I figured something out, and it's functional. And I don't know how long I'm going to be doing YouTube. I'm obviously not going to be doing it for the entire rest of my life. I'm not going to die on camera. But right now, there's no end in sight. The workload is a bit much. The editing, it's not very fun sometimes, but, you know, I brought this upon myself, so I can't really complain. But, basically that's why I didn't join the Marine Corps, at least right now. And, this is the first of many stories I'm going to be telling you guys. And I hope that this ends up being your favorite show series thing that I do on the channel, because it's my favorite. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.